How you doing, guys and gals? This is Doug Wilson from Yellow Hawk Custom Outdoors. Another cool knife and sheath video from Yellow Hawk Customs. I'm going to show you what we got for today, and then I'm going to let you hear my beautiful voice and all my neat explanations and Kydex lingo and whatnot. So here we go. Okay, so if you guys stay tuned, I'll talk about all this. I have some knives that I want to show you. I'm going to start including knives into these videos so you can actually see the plethora of knives that come through this shop. And sometimes I'll ask a client if I can actually review his knife, like this Sotheby's here. This is designed by Will Myers, made by LT Wright. Will Myers is the host of Mantis Outdoors. Pretty nice looking knife. I don't know how it performs, but I bet it performs pretty well. So I'm going to probably give this knife a review sometime very soon on a video. So stick around, we'll be right back, and I'll talk about these systems. Okay, we're back. As you can see, John Mistro is back to his computer stuff. So I talk with John every couple days on the phone. We text back and forth and whatever. We text more than we talk. But I tell you, he's really good at what he does. He's good with computers. He's good at editing. He's good at marketing. I mean, the guy is just, he fell into my lap. You know, he contacted me one day and said, hey, look, man, I'd like to become part of the Yellow Hawk family. And I thought it was a great idea. And it has worked out really well between him and myself. So if you're looking for a service like that, intros to your videos or marketing or something like that, sorry, he's good. His name's John Mistro. Just PM me or contact me. There's several different ways to get a hold of me, and it's easy. My phone number, my email, PM me, whatever. And I'll give you his contact information. He's good. He's good. So, anyway, we'll talk about the channel a little bit. Anybody who watches this channel regularly, and I'm trying to increase the subscription numbers by putting, you know, cool content on the channel. And in my opinion, there's nothing cooler than knives. I like knives more than I like firearms. Call me crazy, but it is what it is. I work with firearms every day for a lot of my, you know, most of my adult life. So they don't have the same appeal for me that they do with maybe some other people that don't have to frickin' sleep with their weapon. You know what I mean? Don't have to take it everywhere they go. That kind of thing. Okay? So, knives. I've always been into knives since I was, you know, I don't know, young. 9, 10 years old. I think I got my first knife when I was 8 or something. My father was one of those guys that he was glad to have a boy because to him, boys are less trouble. Well, he had a boy and a girl, but I had a little more freedom than my sister. So my father would, you know, do manly shit with me when I was young. Camping, backpacking, you know, giving me knives, taking me hunting, pheasant hunting. I can remember one time my father took me pheasant hunting. I was probably, I don't know, 8 years old. And we had the dog with us. The dog's name was Domino. Then we had 3 more dogs named Domino 2 as well. So, because he loved that name for some reason. The dog had a white patch on his chest. Anyway, we get down to the farm that we're going to hunt, and the dog takes off running into a cornfield. He's running, oh, we can hear him running through the corn, you know. He comes back like 10 minutes later, he's got a pheasant in his mouth. Never had to fire a shot. That dog went in, grabbed the pheasant, and came out. And he was trained to bring the pheasant back to us. So that's one of my fond childhood memories. Kind of tearing up there. My dad's gone now. He died a couple years ago, and I miss him a lot. So anyway, so the channel is something that's important to me, and I think we should be showing more knives, more knife reviews. And the reviews are coming. They're coming. I don't like summer weather. I don't go out in summer weather that much. I just, you know, getting older. I don't like sweating as much as I used to. So fall's coming. Today's like a 70-degree day. I'm going to try to get out there and do a knife review. And we also review certain pieces of gear. You're not going to see it on this channel. More than likely, you're not going to see it on this channel just because somebody gave it to me to review. If I wouldn't use the piece of gear that I'm going to review, you're probably not going to see it on this channel. So a lot of my favorite gear is going to be on this channel. And you've seen some of them. Thermarest mattresses, MSR stoves. I've been backpacking since I was a little kid. Wilderness backpacking since I was a teenager. And wilderness backpacking is different than trail backpacking. Wilderness backpacking is going up into the mountains, into wilderness areas, and backpacking around and using a map and compass because there's no other way you can do it. That kind of thing. So I've been a lot of places, wilderness backpacking, survival. You know, I taught survival and wilderness living techniques in special forces. So these are things that I really enjoy and that I have quite a bit of experience with throughout my life. Not just the last 2 or 3 years, not the last 4 years or 5 years, the last 30 years. So I think I got a lot to offer, guys. It's just that I have the company, and then I have the channel. The channel is supposed to help the company out. That's why I started it. And it's growing into something different. So basically, I'm going to show things that I would use in the bush if circumstances were correct. Like this knife here. This belongs to a client. I'm getting ready to throw a sheath on it. And this knife here is the knife that's designed by Will Myers, made by L.T. Wright. Will Myers is the host of Mantis Outdoors. He's you know, he's good at bushcrafting and survival techniques and whatnot. But I like the knife, so I'm going to review it. And I already know how it's going to work, but the review is basically for you guys, so you can see the knife and understand more about it. It's a nice knife, so I'm going to do a small review. I don't have to go out there and beat the shit out of this blade. I know I can take it. So we're going to do some light tasks, some batoning, some, you know, wood, bark scraping, stuff like that, and show it to you. Because on this channel, I'm not beholden to any companies. There are channels out there that are, and you can tell by the things they review and stuff like that. I like to review what I would use in the bush. I think that's important. I can't get behind a piece of gear if I know in the back of my head I probably wouldn't use this. You know, it's just doesn't fit me, or it's not going to do what I want it to do, or whatever. So you're going to see things that I like and that I think are good choices for the bush. You're going to see all kinds of stuff, backpacks, and you've seen it already. You've seen it, but I'm going to start showing some more knives because I tell you, I love knives. I love knives. So, we got this guy here, the Sotheby's. I'm going to do a little review of that. my own knives you're going to see, my own designs. And I don't play favorites. I don't like playing favorites. I know I show a lot of Mike Wallace knives. I know I show a lot of Peter Kohler's knives. But that's because I really think those two builders are special. They're special. So, you know, Mike Wallace is more utilitarian, and Pete Wallace is more of a forger, traditional style type guy with knives. I love his knife designs. So they're two different types of knives, so I don't have a problem with getting behind both of them. But I got my own knife coming out now. Yeah, I got the Delta Whiskey Backcountry. This is selling pretty well. There it is. It's actually, for what it is, it's selling very well. And we don't really market it. It's just on his website, it's on my website, and that's it. And I talk about it sometimes on my videos. But the new knife that is going to be coming out is going to be a scaled down version of this. Not exactly the same, and it's called the Delta Whiskey Infinity. It's going to be a smaller knife than this, but still with a choke-up choil. Because I believe choke-up choils are very effective in smaller woodworking tasks. Notching, bark scraping, getting into corners and tight places. Well, a smaller knife will do better than this knife at that. Although this one will do it too, it's a bigger knife. So the Delta Whiskey Infinity, I don't want to show you a picture of it yet. The knife builder is building me a prototype of it, and I'll show you that one when it comes out. Because I have 3 or 4 designs that I want to come out over the next year or two. And that's the first one, the Delta Whiskey Infinity. It's based on this knife, loosely. It's going to be smaller, about 1 inch smaller than this knife. It's still going to have a choke-up choil. The belly's not going to be quite as pronounced, but it is going to have a continuous curve on the blade. A straight batoning point here in the front. It is going to have a small thumb ramp and a very comfortable, well-rounded palm swell handle. Just what I think would work very well in the bush for a medium bushcrafter. And you see a lot of knives of the same style out there. This is going to be different. This is based on this one. This one is different. Nobody can deny that. This is a different style than pretty much anything out there. There are maybe some knives that looks kind of like this, but nothing that's like this. And this, I've been working on this design for many years, just waiting for the right builder and the right time to do it. Well, it came, and now it's here, and you can pick one of these up from Mike Wallace at Wallace Edge Tools. But the Delta Whiskey Infinity is going to be based on this knife. I already have a builder who is quite popular, and we're going to do either, I don't know, 50 or 100 run to begin with, and then successive runs may get into CPM 3V. The knife is going to be A2 tool steel. So I'm just introducing it to you right now. So let me pop into showing some of these sheaths for clients, because this is a client offerings video also. This one's for Mike Wallace. I'm sorry, Mike McGowan, for his JX4 bush bat. This is a nice knife, a nice EDC, nice bushcrafter. Chris Tanner says you can use this for self-defense as well. I don't know, you know, in my opinion, you can use any knife for self-defense, as long as the guy, anyway, as long as you know what you're doing in defensive knife fighting techniques. How about that? So you can use anything. You can use a pencil, you know, a strong pen. Nice, good, solid click. This is the EDC combat system that I developed for this knife. Thank you, Chris Tanner, for that opportunity. I appreciate it. Here's to more opportunities. I'm just waiting for another cool blade to come out that I can design a system for. Because Chris Tanner, he's good at designing knives. I mean, he's got a niche there that he's good at. And, you know, the Jesmic and the JX4 Bush Bat, highly effective knives. Face mount ferro rod, I inset a compass into this one. And I know what you're saying. But Doug, the metal is interfering with the compass. It is, right? I think a lot. So you don't have to take the ferro rod out, but I would. Take the blade out and use the compass. Now I know what you're saying. Well, what about all that other metal around the compass? It's all stainless steel, guys. Stainless steel. So it's not going to affect the compass at all. Put the knife back in. And there is no long-term effects by keeping a piece of carbon steel next to a compass. There are guys who say there is, but my experience tells me over years of having metal next to compasses in the military, it doesn't affect it noticeably, in my opinion. It just doesn't. Okay, so there's that one. This Tech Lock, 4 different carry modes, 4 different ways to wear this sheath. Okay, this one here is for Joe Maraglia. Just going to show him. This is a BK9 stripped down, nice looking blade. I think it's got LMF, you know, Joe Snarsky's scales on it. This one was built by Zach. Great retention. Not difficult to get out of there. Great retention. Face mount ferro rod. This one has a Sunto clipper. A Sunto, the good liquid fill compass, the really nice one. This one here is my standard. It works well. These are a little better. All right, they're more precise. They're going to last longer, that kind of thing. But the other ones work. This one comes with a sling, live fire tin on the back. This is a large live fire, regular, you know, the regular type. And there it is. Bomb proof. Built like a brick shit house. Zach is very good at building my designs, my sheaths. So this one is for Rob Sturck. Rob Sturck. This is the Tops Dart. Tops Dart. That's a good looking knife. Not my style. I do like bellied blades. I always have. But I'm kind of getting away from forward belly blades. I used to like them, but now I'm looking for more utilitarian blades for a wider range of uses. This is a nice knife. That's the good thing about knives. Everybody's different, right? So there it is. Lansky Tactical Sharpener on the side. I usually put those other ones on. This is the client's sharpener. He wanted it on here. This one's for Brandon Bell. Just going to show it because I'm running out of time here. Just going to show it. Got a double Molly lock clip system on the back. That's what he wanted. Tooling on the oil waxed leather. This stuff will last a long time. Very, very strong system. This one here, this is my newest leather over Kydex. This one is for sale. If you want it, PM me. I can take the fringe down. I can cut it off if you want. I like the fringe. I think it looks great. It doesn't get in the way. So there it is. Just want to show it to you. All right, guys. That's it. This is Doug Wilson, Yellow Hawk Customs Outdoors. Thanks for watching. And we'll have another video for you real soon.